Hi everybody, welcome to my episode number 1. In this episode I'm going to introduce myself and my city. This is Istanbul, one of the parts of it. This is Balat. And welcome to my podcast, Strawberry Patches. I hope you like it. And well, if you have any questions, leave them below, but I will try to make it interesting. I'll show you as much as I can of this beautiful city. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 1, take 2. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about myself and about this beautiful city where I live, and about mostly I would like it to be about all the handcrafts that I like. One of them is knitting, toy making, crochet, ceramics, painting, drawing, and maybe other crazy things that I will come up with as it goes along, because I'm always interested in something new. So first of all, my name is Marina. I'm from Russia, but I live in Istanbul. And as you understand already, I love this city, and I would like to share with you also why I love it, the reasons why I like it. My favorite colors are purple, blue, and green. And by the way, this is something that I just finished yesterday, and I really wanted to show you. Later I'll come to that. I love colors, and I think that colors reflect our mood, and what I'm wearing right now is reflecting my mood. Mainly that I'm very happy, that I'm very positive, optimistic. I love everything new. I love creating something and using my imagination to make it more material so that the others can enjoy. So why I'm doing this podcast is because I like to share with people. I like to show people things that I've made. And actually my whole family are very creative people and very positive. And hi Dad. And my sister, my mom, everybody in our family are creating something. Either it's drawing or sewing or making something, even cooking. Sometimes it's a creation as well. So sharing with others. Also, I think that there aren't many people from Istanbul that are doing these podcasts, and I would like the other people from other parts of the world to know that in Istanbul as well there are some creative people. Also, I was motivated by some of the podcasters like Anna from Dunkelgrün and Pau from Pau Knits. I've been watching them lately, this whole spring, like this past couple of months. And I've created so many things thanks to them. Basically, this was the summer cal that I was inspired to do by Anna. So big thanks to her. And Pau Knits, Pau from Pau Knits from Barcelona, which is my favorite city that I would like to live in one day. Just yesterday, when I was finishing this top that I made for the summer, I was thinking about you, because finishing up the ends is a pain. It's like really difficult for me, because I'm just starting to come back to making clothes, because before I started knitting when I was little, when my grandma taught me, my favorite person in the whole world, and I have stopped for a while, and I've been doing this and that, and I've only just started knitting again. And it was baby blankets for all of my friends and cousins who are giving birth, and it wasn't much of a clothing actually. It was just hats and scarves and these kind of things, the easy ones, because they didn't require much thinking. But now that I've quit my job, by the way, I'm a teacher and I work with children. I started to make some clothes again, and okay, well, let's start with what I'm wearing right now then. I don't want to make it too long, so yeah. I'm wearing this top, which was very easy to do. Basically, it's just 3 kinds of yarn, and they are cotton and acrylic and some of the shiny parts right here. And I used 3 different sizes of needle. Like this part is with number 4, this part is with number 6, and here up to here it was knitted with number 8, I think. So yeah, I'm very happy that I can show it to you. Also, this reminds me of Van Gogh, because he's one of my favorite painters, and I love these colors that are here basically, and they remind me of his Starry Night. Well, since we started with knitting, let me show you what else. In the very first episode that I accidentally deleted, and I don't think I can ever bring it back, I showed you some of my socks. So yeah, I decided since it's been deleted, I might show them again, but not all of them. So here are some of my socks. As I was saying before, these I knitted, and they reminded me of the colors of the Beşiktaş team, the football team that is popular here in Turkey, the red, white and black. So I used to knit lots of socks, and I still do because it's really easy for me. Here's another pair that I really enjoy. Again, as you see, my favorite colors, blues, turquoise and purples and things like that. Again, some blue socks, but these ones were the Magic Judith cast on and the fish kiss slips. Still haven't learned how to say that. So yeah, circular needles, toe up, and I love colors, and if they don't match, I don't mind. So this is another pair of socks that normal 4 needles and ankle down. So this is for knitting. Before yesterday I had this on my needles, but right now what's on my needles is still that baby blanket that I showed to some of you in that episode that got deleted. Well, here it is. Not much has changed because I was busy with my summer tunic. I'm gonna call it Van Gogh tunic or beach tunic, whatever. I am planning to wear it very soon at the beach, and this is a surprise. I will not tell you much more, but something very interesting is happening in my life. Big changes, yeah. And so this was knitting. Is there anything else about knitting? Well, I have other things. Well, let's just switch from knitting to another passion that I have. It is toy making, and you've probably noticed this little froggy that is sitting here with me. I have designed it to be baby friendly, and it can be done like that, and it sorry, it has traveled with me. By the way, let me just sip tea. Yeah, my favorite mug. It has traveled with me to Cappadocia, and beautiful city that everybody has to see. Now it's sitting here, saying hi to you guys. Come on, just sit here. There we go. So, as I was saying, I like to make dolls. And it has been 3 years that I have been creating these creatures. And I showed you, some of you have seen my forest creatures collection, the Matryoshka doll. This is one of its sisters that I promised to show you more of those. It's totally my design, and the hands are moving thanks to the button, and I had this beautiful yarn that I used for one of the shawls or hats, I don't remember now, that I decided to use for the doll as well. And I paint the faces, and then I stitch them, and I don't mind if it's not perfect because, well, honestly, I think this is the sign that it has been handmade, and something that is so unique, and it will never be repeated, so little mistakes are actually better. And So this is the dolls, one of the forest creature dolls. I also made this flower in a couple of months back, in January actually, when it was snowing and we had no school, and I was longing for the summer and the bright colors. And again, as you can see, my favorite colors, purple, green, and blue. This is a very happy flower that I always take around with me to different places like the Princess Islands and stuff. And also sometimes when I'm waiting for the ferry ride somewhere in Istanbul, I see these beautiful green stones covered with seaweed, and they inspired me to make this mermaid. And this is exactly the colors. It doesn't really show as much, but these are the colors of those rocks. In my Instagram you can see the video where I put her next to those rocks, and it's exactly that color. And I did some stitching, and you can see that there's lots of gold and purple again. Oh, Anna, look, it's your favorite color actually. Yeah, this is another doll that I made. And also for Christmas especially, I do many of these little angels, little Christmas angels, with cupcakes or with other toys basically. And this is my favorite yarn for the hair. And I just hang them on my Christmas tree. And you know, Istanbul doesn't really celebrate New Year or Christmas, so it's nice to have a tree decorated with some things like that remind me of my home and of the tradition of being all together with the family and enjoying a meal together and listening to our stories and sharing things. And yeah, this is one of the things when you live away from your family. Sorry. So yeah, now this little froggy was very naughty, and it has fallen off of my ceramic bowl, which I already showed you, but here it is again, and it's not empty this time. One of the other passions that I have is baking. So last time I made these cookies with peanut butter on the top, and I have to say that I am not bad at making them, because I mean, there are some people that have been asking, like, can you make some more? Can you make some more cookies? And I'm like, sure. I mean, always like to share with other people some of the stuff that I'm making. So yeah, last time, well, this is going to be like a mixture of episode 1 and 2, because really I'm referring to the first one a lot. I was talking about the cross stitching that I make, and I showed you this May to be little picture, which hasn't really changed much, but well, just I want to show you again for those of you who haven't seen it. What I forgot to show you, I said that many of my works are back at home with my mom and my grandma, but one of them is here, and I really want to show you. And as you can see, I love cats, and this is the pillow that I made based on a design. I'm sorry, I don't remember who is the author, but it was sold somewhere in Russia in one of those shops where they sell the ready patterns with all the yarns included and stuff. And this is actually wool. Yeah, so this is for the cross stitching and the ceramics. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm jumping from one thing to another. There's some more ceramics that I wanted to show you, and some of you might remember I showed this plate that I made, and it's very nice if you put the cookies around and everything. So what we did was we first of all we learned to knead the dough, the clay, sorry. Knead the clay, then make it shaped like a bowl or like a plate. There's another one. As you can see, my favorite colors are everywhere. So, and then we can put it in any shape we want. Then we would wait for 1 week for it to get bone dry. Then we sand it, glaze it. Sorry, after sanding, you bake it in the oven, and then you can put the glaze on it. And then you bake it again, and then basically it's ready to use. And there's 2 more things that I wanted to show you. This is one of the cups that I've always wanted to have my handmade cup. And okay, it's not that perfect, but I just love the way the colors, they meld into each other, and like they drop, and it forms a unique, like one of a kind design, and you can never find anything similar in the world. And this is one of my very, very, very favorite balls that I use for all my jewelry. I just like the way the colors melted, and basically I used, I think, 3 different colored glazes inside, and they melted and created this amazing pattern. And this technique is called pinching, so you can see how uneven this shape is. It's not like one of those wheels where it turns and it makes everything smooth. This is for the knitting, crocheting, and ceramics. And the next hobby that I have is drawing. Last time I showed you this painting that I made, the cat. And this was a step-by-step tutorial of how to draw this particular cat, and they were done by Taisia Kovali, which you can find on Instagram. I'll put the link below. And it was really easy to do, and I really enjoyed the mixing of the colors and creating this design, because everybody's cat is just so different. The colors might be similar, everything might be similar, but it's not the same, it's different. And I signed it. Some of my other paintings that I have prepared, and I put somewhere here, I wanted to show you guys. Where did I put them? Just 1 minute. Okay. I like to draw, and what I do is when I travel somewhere, I just sit around and look at something and draw it. And this is how I think we remember things. And I just wanted to show you some of the things that I drew while I was walking around. Here's something from Istanbul. It's from the Topkapı Palace. Some tiles on the room, in one of the rooms of the palace. I was just drawing. It's very simple, but I really enjoyed doing it. And I have some things from Barcelona as well, but I didn't really color them. For example, this is one of the street lamps in Barcelona at the Arc de Triomphe, which I made a sketch last year when I was there. Here is another one from Vietnam. This winter we went to Vietnam, and I drew this girl. It was New Year there, so all these children were wearing traditional costumes and were eating these candy dragons. And it was the year of a rooster, so they had these balloons in the form of a rooster. So yeah, I don't draw a lot, but I like to do it, and I like to sit around and just like look at something for quite a while, and take in all the colors and the forms and the shapes and try to portray them on paper. And as I said, all my family are very creative people, so it kind of runs in the blood, I guess. So yeah, that's for drawing, cross stitching, doll making, ceramics, crochet, knitting. What else did I forget? Yeah, well, since this is the first episode, I'm not going to show much of my works in progress. I just wanted to introduce myself very quickly, and wanted to share with you a little bit of my life, how I live, what I do. And in the next episodes, I'm planning to show you more of my dolls, because I have like a lot of them. Of course, more of my knitting, and maybe there'll be more drawing. And as I said to you, there's something interesting going on in my life, and in about 2 weeks' time, I will be telling you more about it. And thank you very much for joining me today, and subscribe if you like it. I would like to share more about this beautiful city, and about my crafts, my family, my hobbies, other things that I'm doing. If you have any questions, please write. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and every other link I will leave below. Thanks a lot. Love you all and see you soon.